theorem. Suppose f comma g are integrable over a measurable set E such that f is less than or equal to g almost everywhere, then integration over E f is less than or equal to integration over E g. Proof: given that f is less than or equal to g almost everywhere, then f can be written as f plus minus f minus less than or equal to g plus minus g minus. Now this one can be written as f plus g minus less than or equal to g plus f minus. Just I send it that side. Now integrating on both sides, what you'll get, Lebesgue integral over, since this one is a non-negative, this one is also non-negative, from the theorem in the non-negative measurable functions topic, this one can be written as f plus g minus is less than or equal to Lebesgue integral over E g plus f minus. Since this one is a, these both are non-negative, this both is also non-negative, this one can be written as from the previous topics f plus integration over E g minus less than or equal to integration over E g plus integration over E f minus. Since f plus f minus g plus g minus are non-negative, now this one can be written as integration over E f plus minus integration over E f minus is less than or equal to integration over E g plus minus integration over E g minus. Since in the statement clearly given that f and g are integrable, then this one can be written as integration over E f is less than or equal to integration over E g. Since f and g are integrable over E. Now, next theorem. If f is an integrable function on a measurable set E, and if a comma b are disjoint measurable subsets of E, then integration over a union b f is equal to integration over a f plus integration over b f. Proof is very simple. Consider integration over a union b f. From the definition of the Lebesgue integrability of a simple function, this one can be written as Lebesgue integral over f chi a union b. This one can be written as Lebesgue integral of f chi a plus chi b. Why? Since a comma b are disjoint. From the unit 1 already we have proved if a and b are disjoint, this one can be written as this one. Integration of f chi a plus integration of f chi b. This one can be written as integration over a f plus integration over b f. Let us discuss the most important theorem, Lebesgue convergence theorem. Suppose G is an integrable function over a measurable set E. Suppose Fn is a sequence of measurable functions such that modulus of Fn is less than or equal to G for all n if limit n tends to infinity Fn of x is equal to f of x almost everywhere on E, then Lebesgue integral over E f is equal to limit n tends to infinity Lebesgue integral over E Fn. What the statement says, G is an integrable function over a measurable set E. Suppose Fn is a sequence of measurable functions such that each and every term of this sequence is less than or equal to G for all n. And if this sequence converges to f, then integral of each and every term is also converges to this one. I have to prove. Now, proof. Consider what is the given here, modulus of Fn is less than or equal to G for all n. Since what is modulus of f plus plus f minus, then modulus of Fn can be written as Fn plus plus Fn minus less than or equal to G for all n. Since this sum of these two is less than or equal to G, means Fn plus is also less than or equal to G, Fn minus is also less than or equal to G for all n. Now, G is an integrable function. And Fn plus is a non-negative function. This one can be written as, here I can say Fn plus comma Fn minus are non-negative. Then from the previous theorem, just now we have proved a theorem. If f is less than or equal to G and f and G are integrable, then this one can be written as this one. So here this one can be written as Lebesgue integral over E. Fn plus is less than or equal to Lebesgue integral over Eg. Lebesgue integral over E Fn minus is less than or equal to Lebesgue integral over E G for all n. Since G is integrable, then this one is finite, this one is finite. Lebesgue integral over E Fn plus is less than or equal to Lebesgue integral over Eg, which is finite. Lebesgue integral over E Fn minus is less than or equal to Lebesgue integral over Eg, which is less than finite for all n, since G is integrable. Therefore, this one is less than infinity, this one is less than infinity. Therefore, Fn plus comma Fn minus are integrable for all n. If this one and this one are integrable, then from the definition, Fn is integrable for all n. Means each and every term in this sequence is integrable. We have modulus of Fn is less than or equal to G for all n. If I remove modulus, what it becomes? Minus G less than or equal to Fn less than or equal to G for all n. Let us take equation number 1. Now, since G is in measurable function, Fn is also measurable function, difference of two measurable function is also measurable. So what you will get? Since g comma fn are measurable, then g minus fn is measurable function for all n. Now consider the right inequality of equation number 1. Consider the right inequality of equation number 1, that is fn is less than or equal to g for all n. This implies 0 is less than or equal to g minus fn for all n. Therefore what we got? Therefore g minus fn is a sequence of non-negative measurable functions on E. Here it is non-negative and just now we have proved it is a measurable. Consider limit n tends to infinity g minus fn. Since we are taking limits with respect to n, this one can be written as g minus limit n tends to infinity fn. In the statement clearly given that limit of fn is ef almost everywhere. Therefore limit n tends to infinity g minus fn is equal to g minus f almost everywhere. Therefore by the Fatou's lemma we get what the Fatou's lemma says: integration over E g minus f is less than or equal to limit n tends to infinity infimum of Lebesgue integral over E g minus fn. Now multiply minus on both sides. This one becomes integration over E f is greater than or equal to limit n tends to infinity supremum over this one. Let us take equation number 2. How we have considered the right inequality, similarly we have to consider the left inequality now. Similarly consider the left inequality of equation number 1, that is minus g less than or equal to fn for all n. This implies 0 less than or equal to fn plus g for all n. Therefore what we got here, fn plus g is a sequence of non-negative measurable functions. Consider limit n tends to infinity fn plus g, which is equal to limit n tends to infinity fn plus g, because g is independent of n. In the statement clearly given that this one is converges to f plus g almost everywhere. Therefore limit n tends to infinity fn plus g is equal to f plus g almost everywhere. By the Fatou's lemma we get integration over E f plus g is less than or equal to limit n tends to infinity infimum of integration over E fn plus g. Since we are taking limit with respect to n, this is independent of this one, I can write as f plus integration over g less than or equal to limit n tends to infinity infimum of this one plus this one get cancelled. Integration over EF is less than or equal to limit n tends to infinity infimum of limit integration over EFN. Equation number 3. But we know that limit n tends to infinity infimum over Fn is less than or equal to limit n tends to infinity supremum over integration over Fn. Equation number 4. Therefore, from 3, 4 and 2, what you will get? Lebesgue integral over E of is less than or equal to limit n tends to infinity infimum of Lebesgue integral over Fn less than or equal to limit n tends to infinity supremum over Lebesgue integral over Fn less than or equal to Lebesgue integral over Ef, from which it follows that limit n tends to, these both are equal. Since these both are equal, Fn exists and is equal to Lebesgue integral over Ef. Therefore, limit n tends to infinity Lebesgue integral over Fn is equal to Lebesgue integral over